You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You want to see me turn Super Saiyan? Or should I take it to the next level? I'm also the narrator, too. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, make sure and smash subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
The battle between the once governing angel of the now fallen 13th universe Merno against Primal Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta continues. Tension is now at an all-time high, with Merno having to promise Vegeta that he's going to end his life come by the end of this battle, as seen on the previous manga chapter video, with the Grand Priest attacked, Merno having to now be frustrated and Vegeta having to lose momentum on his new transformation. The question going forward is, does Vegeta possess the necessary power to finally put the clone Merno down, or is Merno somehow going to overcome both Vegeta and the Grand Priest in setting out to complete his mission and finally having to return back to the original? As once more before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to smash that subscribe button on this channel and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload, along with giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys love Dragon Ball and anime, as well as checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where on that playlist you guys will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to head on down below, check out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist for all the best and latest videos on Dragon Ball fan mangas. As we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Super Story of Merno vs. Universe 7 manga chapter special, with Merno becoming very impatient and very furious with the Grand Priest, he further went along to ask him, "Are you going to engage with me, or will you continue to watch like the coward you are? Or is it because you're afraid? Whatever it is, it won't change the outcome of what I'm going to do to you. Now, what's it going to be? I provoked you, right? Don't you have the need to respond?" with the Grand Priest responding, "And here I expected you to know that I am still not your primary concern. My hand will be used against you in due time. Until then, you have other problems to deal with." And that's when Merno begins to then reignite the powers of Ultra Instinct by becoming even more furious at the Grand Priest by shouting, "Then if that's the case, if you won't come to me, then I'm going to come to you." But then, the Grand Priest so casually swipes his hand down and having to tell Merno, "You will do no such thing. And as a response to your attack on me, you will remain right where you are." And that's exactly what ends up happening, because Merno all of a sudden loses Ultra Instinct and can't move, and responding, "What is this? My body, I'm frozen in place. You dare bind me? You're that scared of me that you restrict my movements? You coward. You spineless coward!" As he then shouts, "I cannot be destroyed. I cannot be limited. I will be freed, and I will get my hands on you. And when I do, I will rip you away from the throne." In displaying such anger and such rage towards his father, but then this was the opportunity, this was the opening that Vegeta had been looking for this entire time, as out of nowhere Vegeta winds up impaling Merno from behind as he went along to shout, "Royal Sword!" in having to condense all of his energy in that of an actual sword. And as Vegeta impales Merno from behind, he then went along to lean on and in telling Merno, "I told you from the very beginning, Angel, to never underestimate my ability to find a way to destroy you. Does it hurt? That's for endangering my family and threatening death to me and my race of warriors." And with Merno bleeding out and having to be shown bleeding through his chest, bleeding through his mouth, he then utters, "How dare you, Vegeta? You took advantage with the assistance of my father to help you. You coward!" with Vegeta responding, "That's right, and I told you before that I will never be your pawn in this game of yours. I am the mightiest Saiyan warrior to ever live, not a slave to a fallen angel. This is where your game ends." ends. For good. And that's when the Grand Priest utters, "This fight is over, child." And with Merno slowly leaning back, he then addresses Vegeta by telling him, "You would have been a god among mortals, the ruler of an entire universe. You refused to be a pawn, but yet you're a pawn of the gods and Zeno here." With Vegeta responding, "The difference is, I am free to do as I wish, and not be a slave." But sinisterly enough, Merno went along to have a bloody smile on his face by responding, "So this is how it is then, huh? You're all doomed. Do you honestly think this is done? This is only the beginning. I've gotten what I needed out of you. Your graves have already been made," with Vegeta having to tell Merno, "Don't get ahead of yourself, Angel. No matter how many clones you send after us, we'll find a way to destroy them too." "You fool, Vegeta," Merno utters, as he then went along to address his father by pointing up and commenting, "The clones are the last thing you need to worry about here. As long as my original body remains, I will always find a way to come back. Did you think my mission was only to destroy you? It wasn't. If I had killed you, then it only would have been a check mark on the list, but I've been siphoning all of your power each time I fought you." With the Grand Priest asking, "Siphoning power?" as Merno powers up and responding, "Which was why I fought you all the way I did instead of killing you like I could have. Hence why each time I didn't have a use for you and had killed you, Whis or my father had turned back time. But it's over." So Merno insinuates that this entire time he'd been siphoning and taking the power that he needed to bring back to the original, all the while each time he managed to actually kill Broly, Gogeta, and several other people including Goku in the past, either Whis or the Grand Priest had gotten in his way to further reverse time and bringing them all back to where they were. And with Merno shown having to clinch onto his wound, he then went along to address Vegeta by telling him, "I hold the keys to the gates of destiny, not you. You think I wasn't aware that this power of yours was not fully completed? I was able to read your vitals. I knew you'd gas on me. The royal sword, was it? I'll keep that in mind." With Vegeta having to be shown struggling to stand back up, he then utters, "Damn it! He knew the entire time. You'll bleed out in no time. You are in no position to take another one of those blows and you know it. Despite this power fading, all I need is one more shot and you're finished." But that's when Merno went along to point at his skull and responding, "But this is where once again I outclass you. Do you think I'm honestly going to allow you to do what you just did to me again? Think again, rats. You are already too late." And with Vegeta not looking to take any more chances and dashing right in, he then went along to shout, "Not until I smash you into pieces, it's not." But then Merno creates a portal behind him and having to respond, "Consider this a parting gift, Vegeta. You may have gotten the better of me now, however, I will see you again. And when I do, I am going to make you regret the day you were ever created." And right before Vegeta is just about to hit him, Merno then vanishes as Vegeta went along to comment, "Damn you, Merno! Get back out here and fight me, you coward!" As Vegeta's body then begins to slide, he then continues, "He's gone! I had him! He was done for, damn it all!" As the Grand Priest is shown having to stare up at the sky and feeling something ominous, he then comments, "His energy signal has completely vanished from this dimension. He is severely wounded and unless he heals himself, this clone will die. I fear that he has gone to feed his original body power and information, which only means that he may get even stronger based on your battle against the clone, Vegeta. Nevertheless, you did good for someone who was only able to use such a power for a short time. But I am afraid that we have no time to rest right now. This is only but the beginning of what I fear to be a great war coming between us all." And with the Grand Priest then having to stare at his hands, he then continues, "Never has any of my angels dared to strike me. Never. And he was the first." As he then clenches his fist, he continues, "This act of defiance will not go unpaid." So clearly, the Grand Priest is absolutely upset. No other angel has ever dared to defy him like this, and being the fact that Merno was the first, It looks like the Grand Priest now does have a score to settle with him, as Vegeta is then shown having to revert back down to base form. He then fell down onto his knees as he went along to comment, "I should have finished him when I had the chance. This power is too much. I need to have better control of it." And with the Grand Priest then approaching Vegeta, he went along to then tell him it is unclear of how much time we have left until he returns, but we must not waste it. We will return to the homeworld of your god of destruction, Beerus. I am sensing a great conflict happening throughout the multiverse, not just in this universe. I fear that my actions may be required, but I cannot act without the approval of the Omni King. This must come to an end. Come now, warrior. I will heal you and we will make our way back to the others. As only then back with Beerus and Goku, Whis went along to shout, "Time's up, you two!" And with Goku and Beerus having to be shown on their knees, Goku went along to comment, "Aw man, we were just getting started too. I can't believe you were hiding this much power from me, Lord Beerus. But I will take what you said during our battle into consideration," with Beerus responding, "When this is all over, I want a real fight with you, Saiyan. But I too have managed to pick something up from you. We will need it in our battle against the fallen angel." And with Whis shown healing the two, he then went along to tell them, "Now up you both go. I've noticed the two of you work very well together under pressure. Keep that in mind." And with Goku and Beerus having to be shown getting healed, Goku went along to further look up and asking Beerus, "Hey Lord Beerus, do you feel that? Vegeta's power has dropped off completely. He's barely alive." With Beerus having to look up, he then responds, "Yes, and I cannot sense the life energy of the angel either, which means Vegeta either killed him or he's disappeared." But then, over out in the dark dimension, we get to see how the original Merno is standing in wait. As the injured clone emerges out of a portal, the original went along to then comment, "I did not call for you to return this quickly, clone." With the clone Merno responding, "Forgive me for this sudden intrusion, Great One, but I am in dire need of aid. This wound will lead me to bleed out if I am not fully healed. I come to you humbly to ask you for," but then the original Merno then quickly interrupts him by having to turn towards the clone and telling him, "Wounded by a mortal. Did I not share a small portion of my power to you in order to complete your mission? Yet you return to me with blood on your body that isn't even your enemies. You failed me," with the clone having to nervously then tell him, "I had the mortal right where I wanted him. It was the acts of the Grand Priest that stood in the way of me taking the Saiyan's life. I gathered the energy and information on his power as requested by you. This wound comes from the Grand Priest freezing my body in place in order for the Saiyan to make his move. Surely I would have," but then the original interrupts him again by having to tell him, "You were detained, bested by a mortal whose powers are incomplete. You failed. Though I believe I may have been too lax with you clones. It's time we make sure that this mistake never happens again," as only then the manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, a few takeaways from this chapter are: number one, the Grand Priest does allude to the idea that currently right now in other universes such as Universe 11, Universe 6, there is a great war happening involving the clones of Merno and having to battle against such mortals and deities. And number two, the original Merno now doesn't seem too pleased at the idea that some of these clones are going about and doing their own thing, thinking for themselves, and really not trying to carry out the original's mission in doing what they were sent in to do. So now this begs the question, is the original finally going to step forward and do something about it? And what is going to be the fate of all the clones once the great merger actually happens? So we have one more chapter left until this entire series involving Merno versus Universe 7 is over with, so we are going to have another massive like goal on this video. If we can smash out 9,000 likes on this video, then not only am I going to be inclined in giving you guys this manga chapter a lot sooner, but I'm going to set the stage for the continuation to go down involving Universe 6 and Universe 7. However, I want to know from you guys as to which Universal series do you guys want to see first. Do you guys want to see Merno versus Universe 11 after Merno versus Universe 7, or do you guys want to see Merno versus Universe 6 as soon as this story is over and done with? Because bear in mind, everything that's happening right now in the present battle between Vegeta, Merno, Beerus, Goku, somewhere else far out in another universe, there are multiple battles happening, and I really can't wait to showcase what's about to happen involving said characters elsewhere. So again, If of course you guys are new to the channel, smash that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. More importantly guys, we are actually nearing 800,000 subscribers, so hopefully enough, one of the goals is to try and smash that number out by the end of the month. So if we can break out 800,000, that would be insane. But also, I want to get your feedback and things that you guys want to see going forward, things that are practical, ideas that are more logical in the sense of what's happening now, because as soon as the great merger happens and the original Merno then steps forward, I'm promising you guys right now that all hell is going to break loose, and I mean literally. So I have some really cool plans lined up down the pipeline for the remainder of October, November, December, and I really hope you guys enjoy. You're going to see different perspectives, different timelines, and everything is going to build up towards the original story once the original Merno then makes his presence known. So until then, I promise to give you guys lots of bangers until the original makes his way onto the battlefield. So again, thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so much for your support. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody, and take care. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there, you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate!
Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!